Good morning. Today we're going to do some apple cheddar bacon egg muffins. They're great for breakfast, brunch, afternoon snack, just pretty much anything. And these are delicious. This is a recipe I have made before and have eaten. So I'm going to enjoy walking you through this one with my morning coffee. So here we go. I've got a dozen eggs. It calls for 8. I'll post the recipe, but it does call for 8, but I went with a dozen. And if you take a look, they're free range eggs. This gets me every time. They're super orange, yellow, orange. Look into my camera. They're free run. So if anybody's ever bought the difference, have just the standard grocery eggs and free run or fresh eggs, you can tell the difference. And I have these from McMaster Butcher here in town. If you are from Georgetown, Spencer does a lot of sponsoring of my videos. So I have his fresh eggs and bacon. And if you haven't had bacon from the butcher, you really have to, because it's the best. So I'm cutting up, have my eggs in here. I'm going to cut up my bacon. This is a tool I haven't said much about recently, but is called the Santoku knife. I had very bad knives, and I talk very slowly while I'm cutting because I also have very sometimes reduced hand-eye coordination when I talk. So I'm just cutting up my bacon. I've diced it a few different ways. These knives, and this is great because it's just a little one. It's not the big full-size chef knife. I have that too in my fancy knife block back there from Pampered Chef that I got when I reached $6,000 in sales in May. But this one is just a little smaller, streamlined, makes it easy for people like me who haven't been around a lot of knives. So I have that ready. I have the rest of it in this bowl. The other thing it calls for is our apples. But first I'm gonna do is add these ingredients. Half a cup of milk. I had cream, so I did that in my in my measuring cup. That I can't remember the exact name of, but I love it. Stir that around. This is one of those, you just pop it all in. They freeze, so it's a great on-the-go meal if you want to freeze it. If you want to put the ingredients together the night before, because you're going to see how cute they turn out, because I'm going to use my brownie pan. Brownie pan is not just for brownies. In fact, I make lots more other things before I make brownies in them. But the brownies are good too. So my fabulous mixing bowl that we were talking about the other day in one of our parties. And I'm gonna just add everything. So in goes the bacon. These cutting mats are also something that I haven't said much about, but they are lovely because they fold and they're not stiff. Add the rest of my bacon. It's always nice to have lots of bacon if you like it. If you don't do bacon, well, or you only do turkey bacon, that's fine. Or omit the bacon and just put the apple and cheese. You can use vegan cheese. There's a way around almost anything. If you're complete vegan, well, you're not eating eggs anyway, so who cares? So don't worry about the cheese. Okay, we're gonna do the apples. I've got my first set diced in my quick slice. This is the tool I say to everybody. At the beginning, I wasn't so hepped on it. I didn't quite catch all the rave. And then I started using it. I find tools in the kitchen, you have to use them to really love them. That's what I would say. So tools, if you don't cook, you can't use them. Okay, so I'm gonna slice my apple again. So this one, you take it off. To get it diced, take it off and you turn them the other way on your quick slice. And it works for you quite nicely. Dump them in. If I have some left there, I don't worry about it. Slice it again. Dump them in. I had people comment they wouldn't think of putting green apples. It tastes really good. And cheddar cheese. Mine is not yellow because it's not cheddar. I actually had some Monterey Jack this morning, so I'm gonna just use that one. So you literally just mix it up. Have my brownie pan ready to go. I did lightly grease it with some coconut oil just so that they flip right out for me when they're done. They go into a 350 oven. using my large scoop, which it fits perfectly the size of the brownie tins. It actually matches quite well with that. It's also the size of a pretty much a standard muffin when I'm making muffins. The large scoop will give me that. So I'm gonna finish up my brownie tin. That was it. Pop it in the oven and show you what happens after. Okay, I'm just about to pull these out of the oven. Give a quick test. They look great. And they smell great. So ta-da, here they are in the brownie pan. So it's great because you're not having to cut up an omelet. And there's a million ways I do omelets and I do enjoy doing them those ways. I love this because it's handy for breakfast in the morning for quick. I have kids going to work at different times. It's really helpful that way. This I love. It's just our little nylon turner, and I wanted to highlight it simply because before I had it, family members probably scratched the bottom of my brownie pan, because if you're using something metal, you shouldn't. These nylon turners, they flip right out and right onto your plate. I did forget to add salt and pepper, so do that as you like. And the recipe does call for a French toast spice. I didn't have that. I did have cinnamon sugar, so I did sprinkle that over on some. And I also did our chili lime on the other. But really, you can add what you prefer. So give it a try. The bacon's going to be outstanding because, like I mentioned earlier, it's from the butcher, and I do highly recommend give it a try. If you live in Georgetown, go in and visit Spencer. Tell him you heard about how he sponsors my videos, because he's been a really great guide through this. And buy something, because you won't be disappointed at McMaster Butchers in Georgetown. Okay, so hope you get to try this and have a great day.